All right, I think we're on again. Sorry about that. That was so strange for those of you who were on. Hopefully you'll click back on with me in a second. It just it took a second, I guess, for it to really kind of get going. But so what I was saying is it's such a beautiful day out there. Those of you guys who enjoy getting out in the outside, you should go out today. It's so pretty. I mean, here in Austin anyway. Hi, Kelly. How are you? So today I'm going to talk about Cassia, but before I do that, what I'm doing is preparing for my run. And so what do? I use deep blue. And since we talked about basil, I'm now using basil for my muscle support and for my joint support. And because I tend to have issues around this area and then like right here. So I'm doing that right now. And then that way, when we talk, I'm going to be stretching and getting ready to go because I'm that age where I actually have to stretch. I remember being young and being like, oh, what do people stretch for? Stretching, what a waste of time. Now I'm older and I'm like, yeah, we're going to stretch before we go out. We're going to have problems halfway, right? So anyway, so put that there on my legs. And then what else I'm going to do is I'm going to put frankincense. Always gives me a nice boost and a motivation. So I like to put that right on the bottom of my feet. So I have deep blue and basil on my muscle support and my joint support. And then right now I'm going to put frankincense on the bottom of my feet and also under my tongue. All right, so I got it on my lip, but whatever. Okay, so we're going to talk about Cassia today. And for those runners out there, those people who are really getting out and cycling and stuff like that, you really need to have this in your life, which is deep blue. That's what I was using. And it's free right now. So if you're thinking about getting started with doTERRA essential oils, please get started with me if you're not working with someone else. And we'll make sure that you can get this free and also that other one free as well. So lots of cool free things this month. That's what it is. And that will support your exercise program. I know lots of people are doing that. So I'm going to do a quick one because I need to get going and I have an appointment and I need to run and all kinds of stuff. So this video is going to be pretty short today, but I do want to do this before we begin. Also, for my Dave Ramsey friends out there, we're retiring some old running shoes today. So these were my Dave Ramsey getting out of debt running shoes. They were on sale. They were Asics. So I thought Asics are good running shoes. I like those. They've done well for me in the past and they were a good price. I think these were only like $25 or $30. I was like, totally need to get those because I'm getting out of debt and I needed new running shoes, but I wanted to be smart about my purchase. Well, these served me for when I needed them. I want to thank you, shoes, for being there when I needed you, but it's time to let you go. And these shoes were causing, they don't look too bad. Like they look like they're still got some miles in it, right? But they would cause problems on my toes. They would push my toes together and cause like blisters on them. And so I couldn't run very long in them. So these are now retired. Goodbye. I love you. And we're bringing in a new pair of running shoes. Finally got some new ones. So I'm excited. It feels like I'm running on pillowcases. I know, but that's awesome. All right. So today we're going to talk about Cassia. And Cassia oil, let me just tell you my own experience with this is a really good oil to kind of sweeten up your teas and even sweeten up your water. It has like a nice cinnamon kind of taste to it because it is part of the cinnamon plant. And but cinnamon is a different oil though, but this is very close to cinnamon is my understanding. It actually says it's cinnamon cassia is what it's called, or cinnamomum cassia. So and look right here, it shows you a picture of cinnamon, but it's a different part of the plant. And there is a cinnamon oil. That's what I wanted to make that very clear, is that there's two different oils. So this is one, it's not as hot as cinnamon oil, meaning that a hot oil means that you have to dilute it because it'll burn your skin. So hi Tracy. So this one isn't as hot as cinnamon, but both oils I definitely would dilute before I put it on the skin because you don't know how sensitive your skin is. And so you don't want to have like a rash or something on there. It just makes it easier for you not to have that. So I always just dilute it, and it is kind of warming sensation, so it may feel a little hot to your skin. I need to be very clear. that there are no proteins inside of essential oils. So you cannot be allergic to an essential oil. You can have a skin sensitivity, but you cannot be allergic to it, right? So, so just understand that, like if you're allergic to cedar wood, you can still use cedar wood oil. So it's kind of something that comes up a lot. And same thing with like taking, so some people can't eat grapefruit because they're taking medications that you can't eat grapefruit, but that you can use grapefruit oil even though you're taking that medication. That is okay. The only time that you really start to get into medication stuff is when you're looking at people who have more serious problems and are taking a lot more medications, and you kind of want to look at that point. But there are like lots of things that you can use in the meantime with doTERRA. So and that stuff's all online now. There's so much research and stuff that people are doing, so you can easily take a look at that. All right, so cassia oil, and the main properties of this oil and why you would want to use it is it's antibacterial, antiviral, antispasmodic, cardiotonic, and decongestant. So some people might be like, well, a lot of these oils were antibacterial. Like, why would I want to choose this one over the other? Well, you don't have to. That's the beauty of it. So I like to have a lot of oils because if I have something going on with me that's viral, I pick several oils and I put them on my body because I want to make sure that I'm getting the maximum support possible. And sometimes you don't have a lot of oils. Say I go on vacation and I don't bring all my oils. I can't. That would be crazy. But I do bring some. You have to know, I mean, it's good to know, you don't have to know anything, but it's good to know which oils cause or have those properties. I may not have 3, 4, 5 oils that I can choose from. I may only have 1 or 2 oils that have an antibacterial effect to them. And so it's good to have some kind of reference book that you can actually use so that you know what you're doing. But there's no wrong way to use oils, and you can't ever put the wrong oil on your body. I think some people have some fear around that. There's no wrong way, and you can mix oils. I could put all of these oils together. I mean, you saw me just a second ago put basil, deep blue, and then I put frankincense on myself. And so I just mixed a whole bunch of oils. I'm an over oiler and I'm fine. An over oiler means I just like oils and I use them a lot on my body all day long. So, okay. So if that can clear up some confusion for you, there is no wrong way. You're good. All right. So why would you want to use cassia oil? There are some instances that you would want to use this one. It is an antiseptic. It can assist you with boils and things of that sort, assist your body. Sometimes, so the cool thing about oils too is like, if I say, okay, so say take boils for instance, you know, that's something that you probably want to go to the doctor for. But in the meantime, you can reach for one of these oils because sometimes you can't get into the doctor right away. So reach for one of these, and if it does something for you, great. And if it doesn't, well, then you go to the doctor. I mean, but just do the first choice and the first aid in your home. You do your primary care as much as you can with yourself and your own self-care. So it's a great oil to use for circulation. So we talked about black pepper and how that was really good for people who have like a cold sensation in their hands. Hi, Dejana. How are you? You look so good on Facebook. I'm so glad that you're doing well. That is so awesome. So some people who have the cold sensation in the ends of their fingers and their feet, this would be a good oil to use because it's considered a warm or hot oil. And so that would be a good one to warm up, you know, your body and warm up your hands. It's great for anything digestive, anything unhappy tummies. It's a great oil for that. And so this is kind of funny. I'm not saying it cures anything. I'm not a doctor. I'm giving you my personal experience and how I learn about oils so that you know. But if you have happened to come into some contact with something like typhoid, you're definitely going to want to go to the doctor. I mean, that's a given, right? But in the meantime, while you're waiting for the doctor, it'd be a great oil to use to support your body while you get there. And then, you know, let the medical system take care of that. And hopefully we won't have typhoid issues, but if we did, it would be a good oil to have on hand that you can take with you and that you can start using right away until you get to the emergency room. So let these things work together with what you're doing in your body. Let these things support your body. as you are dealing with issues. So that's what it's all about. So I'm not here to say that anything cures anything, but I am saying that it can support your body in healing. And so make sure that you can get to the hospital if something were to happen. But I'm telling you, when I get to the hospital, I'm gonna have like 15 oils with me. I probably have all my oils with me. I'll probably be like, try to use anything I can before. I don't want to be sitting in the ER waiting room and, you know, getting worse. Like maybe if I can at least support it in some way, shape, or form, guess what? I'm doing it. All right. So some things that, so an upset stomach may cause some things like vomiting. So this is like trying to get it all out and things like that. So this would be a good one that you could reach for in that situation to see if it could provide you some benefit. Okay. Of course, it's antibacterial and antiviral. So anything that you come in contact with that is of that nature, this would be a great oil to choose from. When you have too much water in your body and we feel kind of, we have lots of, some people have that issue where they just feel like they're just too full of water. This would be a great oil to use for that. And how you can do that is you can put it on the bottom of your feet, or you could put a couple of drops like in a glass of tea and just drink it, or you could put it in a capsule, which is just a little empty capsule. It's kind of clear, and you open it up and then you just put the oils in it, close it, and then take it. Whenever I take oils like that, I make sure I eat and drink with them. Okay. Just so that you know, I always do that. Just like if I was taking a medication that the doctor told me to take, I would eat and drink with it. So be smart about that and do that. To balance, maybe so the balance, let's see, how do I want to put this? So your blood sugar in your body, it could help with that and support that. It's a great oil. This is a great bedroom oil. It does help in that area. And I'm not talking about sleep. I'm talking about intimacy oil. So this is a good one for that. So if you need some help with that, then this is a great one to massage your partner with. Not in the sensitive areas because this is a hot oil. So, but definitely on the back and things of that sort. So, and great for metabolism. So along with your exercise routine, you could actually use this oil as well. You could take it, like I told you, internally, because this is one, it's like cinnamon. So you can put it in your mouth. And then, or I could have, some people like a warming sensation on their muscles. And so you could actually use this with deep blue and basil if you wanted to have some support. You can mix and match oils. Okay, there's no oils that you can't put together. So, and I haven't known anyone who's had a side effect like you experience with medications. So just understand that as well. The only side effects I've ever heard of someone having was maybe a skin sensitivity. Maybe they were using an oil without diluting it and their skin was too sensitive for that. Maybe they used an oil too much and they weren't diluting it like that. Because sometimes if it's a situation where I need an oil fast, sometimes I don't have time to dilute it and I just put it on, but most of the time I try to dilute it just to make sure that I like to spread it and I like to keep it on my body longer. So that's why I do that. So it's great for metabolism and it's great for cooking. So any kind of recipe that calls for cinnamon, you could actually use this oil and it can provide the health benefits in that as well. So one good kind of blend that you can do with this is called the gingerbread diffuser blend. And you can use cassia, ginger, and clove, which smells like a gingerbread cookie, right? And you just put 1 drop of each in the diffuser, water to the fill line, because there's a little line, tells you like, don't fill past here and don't fill past there because it won't work. So put it underneath that line and then it'll diffuse and it'll smell like a gingerbread house and gingerbread, whatever, in your house. Okay, so let's talk about the emotional benefits and then I'm gonna go head out and go running. Okay, so why would you want to use this one? So Cassia is the oil of reassurance. And remember that you can get any of these oils. I always post a link. So if you're ready for oils and you want them, there'll be a link There'll be one for a membership, and because that's what I recommend. Now you can always take that off and say, I don't want the membership. That's fine. But it's what I recommend because these are so wonderful in my life. You don't have to do anything. But I'm going to put a link for the membership in Cassia only. And then for those people who want to get the deep blue free or whatever promotion is going on that month, I'll actually put my recommendation where I think you should start, based on my knowledge and everything that I know, what would benefit like the everyday person coming in and learning about oils, would be a kit, and then you would get this for free. Okay, so I'll make sure that you get what you need and the free stuff as well. So, because that's how I came in. I came in that way, and I was so blessed and grateful because I knew nothing about oils. So it was nice to have a set of oils that I could kind of learn with and kind of move around with, and it was really cool. So, all right, so Cassia brings, so this is courage in a bottle. That's what it is. Okay, so Cassia is great for introverted, shy, very timid kind of personality types. And for people who avoid being the center of attention, where it's almost as if they're shying away because of confidence. And so this is a great oil for that. It's very similar to cinnamon, like I told you before, where where Cassia actually brings in self-assurance and pushes away fear. So I was thinking earlier, I have an affirmation that you can actually use with this oil, because it's if what's going on inside of you is fear-based, then you want to use Cassia oil. And it encourages you and it surrounds you with love to help you feel supported enough that you would try something new, even when you're afraid of making mistakes. This is a great oil for that. Let's see. And sometimes people know, they know how brilliant they are, and they are afraid to show people their brilliance, because maybe they've had people talk into their lives to tell them that you can't do that, or you shouldn't do that, or you make people feel bad about themselves because you're so good or you're so great or something like that. And there are people who are told those things, so they shy away and they go, oh, well, I'm not allowed to show who I am, that people will realize how great I am, and then it's going to be a bad situation for me, so I shouldn't do that because I was taught not to do that. This is a great oil for that. It'll help reestablish and help you start to value yourself and have strength in your potential, and your gifts and your talents and all of those wonderful things. So this oil will invite you, encourage you to shine, to live within your true self, and to not have fear around showing people who you really are. So the positive properties of these oils could potentially bring out into your experience is going to be courage. Number one is courage, to step out of fear. So self-assurance. It'll help you to push away shame and bring in your confidence, and help you to show other people your true authentic self. So if that is something that you're looking for, struggling with at this point in time, is that you feel like you're kind of shying away of your brilliance and you're afraid to shine bright, then this oil would be the oil for you. So shine bright, my lovelies, and put this oil. And so I'm going to use this oil, and I want to dilute it though, because what did I put? I think I put oregano oil on my feet the other day when I went to go running, because I was having issues with attaching to an idea or a thought, and I just couldn't let it go. And so that was my emotional release running day. Anyway, so I was using oregano oil, and that's a hot oil, and I forgot to dilute it. And when I was running, I was like, kind of hot in my shoe. So it didn't dawn on me until I got home and I took off my shoes and I'm like, oh yeah, I put it, there was no burn or anything weird like that. It was just a real warm sensation, almost hot sensation when I was running. And I was trying to think to myself, is that a nerve thing or what is that? And it was oregano oil, because I was trying to detach myself from the ideas and that were in my head. And I wanted to support myself to get through all that. So anyway, thanks for sharing your time with me. I appreciate it. I'm going to go enjoy the warm sun. I hope that you guys do too. Get yourselves out there. The energy right now is so supportive of exercise, is so supportive of getting you out there. I feel like that the earth is just hugging us and like, come on out, and just like, come on out, get those workout clothes on and come out here and enjoy this beauty. Look how beautiful I am. So go out there and do your thing and have fun. And I will see you next time I'm on. Bye. Oh, bye.